Well, how's it going, guys? First off, I want to say a big thank you to everyone. 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. My last video seems to be really popular. The video where I'm out in a snowstorm, both my snowstorm videos seem to be quite popular. I don't know if people just want to watch me suffer or what, but yeah, let me tell you, it's been a slog. It's been a bit of a slog. I actually went out the other day and didn't end up filming just because I spent ages stomping around trying to find a good spot, and I found an alright spot to stay, but just not a good spot to film, so I didn't even bother. I'm kind of thinking I'm not gonna stay here. I've just been sat here making some lunch and it's cold, it's freezing. Probably doesn't seem like it in the camera because I've got a windscreen on my microphone, but I don't know if you can see, like, my shelter is there. And the fire pit is there, but wind is just blowing straight in off the water and it's freezing. And I'm thinking that it's not going to be very exciting because I don't want to sit. I use a fire pit to make a fire, but the problem is I'm not going to want to sit out there because I'm just going to be in the wind. And then it's not very fun to watch if I'm just sat in my sleeping bag. I mean, I'm here at backcountry campsite, right? Okay, so this type of thing, grill, if it's here when you get here, that's fine. By all means, leave it here. People use grills. I've used grills that are left here. But that right there, does not need to be here. I'm not trying to be like holier than thou or anything, but the simple rule is if you carry it in, carry it out. I've never in my life, or since I've been camping up here, ever used a dirty rusty frying pan that someone's left behind, nor have I ever known anyone to use a dirty rusty frying pan that someone's left behind. So if you bring it in with you, bring it back out. And if you don't want to bring it back out with you, don't bring it in the first place. Like, it's that simple. And the only reason I say that is because these backcountry campsites, the likeliness of them opening the campground in places this summer is very, very slim. So these backcountry sites are going to get a lot more traffic than they usually do. And if people keep bringing stuff in like that and leaving it here, they're going to be absolutely abused by the end of this year. So please, like, just think about it. If you don't need to bring it, don't bring it. I mean, I don't know why anyone brought a wok with them. Like, what were you doing? You weren't exactly out here cooking up chicken lo mein, I know that for sure. So just think about it, please. pre-tied prusik knots always help. Tent stakes, pack of 15 for like $10 on Amazon. I know you can make your own tent stakes easy, but I always carry some for days just like today. Well, what an absolute bear of a day it's been. I mean, I thought it would be a fun idea to come out with my old gear, my old stuff, and show you some of that and talk about it. Try and save you from making the same mistakes that I have, but I'm paying for it now. I've been up and down and all over the place. Hiked up to a lake, that was nice actually. Ended up in this campsite, got my tarp out, set it all up, but it was right on a point. And like I've said before, those campsites on a point are great in the summer, but the breeze was coming in and it was cold. And the wind picked up, so I decided I wasn't going to stay there, I was going to move and go further back into the trees. Ended up going up and over, down the other side, around. In my mind, see, I do this to myself, in my mind I wanted like a camp like, not my last video, but my video before that, where I could set up my tarp, make a nice little fire reflector in front, maybe add another wall. And I try and find the perfect spot for it. In the end, I ended up finding the perfect spot for it, but it's now like after 6 o'clock and I haven't eaten. I had some lunch at that other campsite, and yeah, so it's all been hurry, hurry, hurry. And the worst part is, the reason I wanted to talk about my old stuff is that sleeping bag that you saw and my backpack. When I first started camping, I was just doing like car camping and canoe camping, and I'm not talking like crazy canoe camping, like I'm talking plop in, paddle to a site, get your stuff out. So I didn't know anything about materials, weights, any of that stuff. All I knew was, A, I'd always been cold when I'd been camping, and B, the sleeping bags were always too small. So I went out and bought the biggest, warmest sleeping bag I could find at a decent price. Same goes for the backpack. I just got it at a local store because I needed a backpack before a trip. That backpack by itself weighs 4.7 pounds. This sleeping bag weighs 7 pounds. 7 pounds. My new backpack and my new sleeping bag weigh about 6 pounds altogether. Around 6 pounds. So it's literally like half the weight of these two. And that's without all the other stuff in my bag. So it's been a slog. It's been a tough one. So yeah, don't make the same mistake I did. Do your research, think about it. Always think about, the way I see it now is always think about the what ifs. And that's like, not what if I'm out there and A, B or C happens. I mean, like I say, I was just car camping, so I thought like I would never ever be solo hiking in the woods, but you know, so I didn't think about it. But what I wish I'd done is bought gear that could do it all, because any sleeping bag that like my sleeping bag that I use now, I can use that for car camping, and I can use it for hiking, I can use it for bushcraft stuff. Whereas this thing, like hiking around with it is not fun. Not fun. My back is so sore. Forgot how heavy it is. But yeah. So don't make the same mistakes I did. I did have some lovely, well, I don't know, lovely. It was in the freezer section last time I went to the supermarket, and there wasn't a lot of selection. It was a frozen duck breast. It's now unfrozen, defrosted. So I did want to cook that, but it's too late. I think I've got some porridge, or oatmeal as you guys call it, Americans call it, and a cereal bar, and some cookies. And I'm going to get my twig stove out. Now I'm going to try that. I'm not going to try it, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. Let's go. Now that I've sat down, it's like, don't make me get up. This sleeping pad is not old. This is new. I bought it a couple of weeks ago with the idea of using it. A couple of people have said in my comments that they can't camp like they used to because of back problems. This is one of those self-inflating foam pads, and it was only like $36. I think my Thermarest is the best camping mattress that you can buy, although I haven't tried like one of the big Agnes inflatable ones or anything like that. But they're also expensive, and I know that. So I thought this might be a cheaper option for people who don't get out as much as I do. So I'll try it for you. It was like $36 on Amazon here in the US. I'll see if it's any good and I'll let you know. One thing I've learned with the twig stoves is try and get them like that, your twigs, because if you don't, if you have these little end pieces, well, as soon as you try and stick it in the top, they get caught and then they fall out the side. These ones are actually nice and straight. Bada bing. Can you see me better? I'm thinking these little twigs might be small enough and dry enough that I could just light them with my lighter. Without burning my hand is the question. They're going. Question is, will they stay going? It's working. Oh. And that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Boom. Not much of a dinner, I know. I did have this duck breast and some green beans in here, but it's been one of those days. Sometimes it goes like that. But I do have beer. Pure Adirondack Paradox Brewery craft beer, Paradox Pilsner. A cross between a Czech, German-style Pilsner, Old World Pilsner malt, and a generous use of noble hops provides a clean, crisp drinking experience. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really like craft beers. If you've watched my channel before, you know that. That's nice, actually. I could drink that. I could drink that. Normally I don't really like IPAs. It's just a little too hoppy for me. I mean, I can drink it, but normally I can just have one. But that's quite nice. I could drink more than one of those. There's a little hoppiness to it, but it's not too much. It's got like, I don't know if you can see contour maps on it, but this bit's kind of confusing. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. I mean, that to me looks like Big Ben. But then again, I would say that. But it does. That's like a cathedral. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that in the Adirondacks. If someone knows something I don't, let me know. But yeah, beast of a day. This little pot with the 2 nesting cups is probably one of my favourite old pieces of gear, to be honest. Like, I still have no issue using that. I have the standard titanium like everyone else does, but for the price of those, I think I got it at Walmart. I think Walmart still sells them. They're great, absolutely great. I mean, it's a little hot, but this little pinch handle that locks is so good. It's a great piece of engineering. Sorry it wasn't a little more exciting. There was some great scenery, some great views. I mean, I ended up finding a site that I could probably have a nice fire out in front, but it's actually warm enough in this jacket that I don't need it. Speaking of jackets, this is my old jacket. Again, I like this jacket. There's not really much wrong with it. It was a cheap down jacket. I think it was only like 30 bucks. It'll do the job. I traded it in for a synthetic jacket so that if it gets wet on longer distance stuff, then it'll retain its heat better. This is like a casual, like I said, it was only 30 bucks. This is more like a casual, going out to eat, going to work type jacket. Going into the office is what I mean. It wasn't made for rugged use, but it's held up well to the years. Like I say, I only got my orange jacket probably last year sometime, and then I only got my yellow jacket beginning of this year, so I'm absolutely beat. I'm absolutely out on my feet. Do you see me? Ooh. It's just so bright, you can't see me otherwise. I'm so tired. I'm going to bed. The worst part of this whole day has been literally just now. I've just seen 2 mosquitoes. 2 mosquitoes already, which is crazy. But I've made it as long as I can. I've just been sat here listening to audiobooks on my phone. I don't mention that, but someone asked me in my comments whether I bring a book with me. And I normally don't say I listen to audiobooks because I know it doesn't sound as bushcrafty and romantic as reading and sat here reading a novel, but I can store way more books on my phone. So anyway, yeah, I'm beat. So I'm off to sleep, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Wasn't the worst night's sleep I've ever had. This foam mattress thing isn't bad. I mean, it has a much more mattressy feel than the inflatable sleeping pad, but I don't know if I'd trade it out for my inflatable sleeping pad. I mean, if it's between spending $15 on a blue foam pad or one, 40-ish on one of these, I'd buy one of these any day. Needed a little extra toots of air in it, but I got up to pee. At one point it started spitting. I wouldn't really call it raining, so I threw this bit down, which gave me plenty of coverage. It was fine last night. It didn't get too cold, so I was alright. I slept hard. My alarm was the only thing that woke me up. I did get up to pee, but that was just like zombified when I did. My legs and my feet are sore. I should have taken my micro spikes off sooner than I did. It wasn't really icy. It was sort of like slushy, and then like once I got off trail, I was on the side of the valley that was kind of melted anyway, so but yeah, anyway, it's my stepson's birthday this weekend, so I gotta get up. I gotta go. But if you like this one, give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out some of my other videos, and I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.